He is a great deity in human form. How does the king protect dharma? A voluptuous, partial, and deceitful king will be destroyed. Women don't care for the appearance of a man. They give themselves to the handsome and the ugly. While creating women, Manu assigned to them the tendencies for sleeping and sitting, decorating themselves, also grants the girl the freedom to search for a bridegroom herself. What are the inheritance rules for the king? Welcome to this series on Manusmriti. This is the third video in this series. In this section, we will have a brief overview of the content of chapter 7, 8 and 9. As you know, this ancient scripture is popularly known as the fundamental Hindu rule book, based on which the Hindu society is structured. But surprisingly, a majority of Hindus are unaware of the actual content of this scripture. This series is a small effort to provide a bird's eye view of the rules presented in each of the 12 chapters of this scripture. In the previous two videos, we had briefly looked at the content of the first 6 chapters. If you haven't watched them, the links are given in the description. Now let us proceed further, starting with chapter 7. This chapter is totally dedicated to the duties of the king, who is entrusted with the responsibility of protecting dharma. Manusmriti says, the king is the embodiment of the elements of 8 gods, namely Indra, Vayu, Yama, Surya, Agni, Chandra and Kubera. So, he is a great deity in human form. Now, how does the king protect dharma? Manusmriti says, by ensuring that all are obedient to the law with the help of punishment. Manusmriti says, punishment is the son of Brahma himself, created to help the king. Shloka number 22 says, it is only because of the punishment the whole world is kept in order, because it is hard to find a guiltless man. At the same time, Shloka number 27 warns against unjust punishment. It says, a voluptuous, partial and deceitful king will be destroyed because of unjust punishments given by him. Manusmriti also offers advice on how the king should lead his daily life. Shloka number 37 says, he should rise early in the morning, worship scholarly brahmanas and follow their advice on governance. Shloka number 47 cautions against 10 evils arising because of the king's love for pleasures like hunting, gambling, sleeping by day, love for entertainment like singing and dancing, and useless travels. According to Shloka number 101, a rash and oppressive king will lose his life and kingdom. Now let us briefly look at the justice system formulated in Manusmriti. Chapter 8. This text identifies crimes under 18 heads, such as non-payment of debts, non-payment of wages, non-performance of agreements, assault, defamation, theft, robbery and violence, adultery, so on and so forth. Shloka number 68 prescribes rules for giving evidence. According to it, women should give evidence to women, the twice-born men for twice-born men of the same kind, virtuous Shudras for Shudras. Shloka number 104 says, if telling the truth would lead to the death of a person, one may tell falsehood. In such situations, falsehood is preferable to the truth. But after telling a lie, the person should take up some rituals in order to atone the guilt. In Manusmriti, the quantum of punishment varies according to the varna the perpetrator belongs to. For example, Shloka number 267 says, if a Kshatriya insults a Brahmana, that Kshatriya shall be fined 100 coins. If a Vaishya insults a Brahmana, that Vaishya should be fined 150 or 200 coins. But if a Shudra insults a Brahmana, that Shudra should be beaten up. What happens when a Brahmana insults men from other Varnas? Shloka number 268 says, if he humiliates a Kshatriya, he shall pay the fine of 50 coins. If he insults a Vaishya, he shall pay 25 coins. If he defames a Shudra, the fine is 12 coins. Of course, there are several punishments prescribed here which are too barbaric even to mention, especially if a perpetrator is a Shudra and the victim is a twice-born man. If you want to explore this text, it is available in the public domain. Now let us move on to the next chapter, which again is about women as well as division of property and rules for Vaishyas and Shudras. Chapter 9. Let us start this chapter with one of the most quoted lines from this text, which is Shloka number 3, which says, Pita rakshati kaumare, bharta rakshati yavane, rakshanti stavire putra, na stri swatantriyam arhati. Which means, her father protects her in childhood, her husband in youth, and her sons in old age. A woman never deserves independence. At the same time, Shloka number 4 condemns the father who fails to get his daughter married on time, the husband who does not approach her at the right time, and the son who does not protect her after her husband's death. Shloka number 13 cites 6 causes that ruin a woman, which are drinking alcohol, associating with wicked people, living away from the husband, sleeping at odd hours, rambling abroad, and staying in other men's houses. Shloka number 14 says, women don't care for the appearance of a man. They give themselves to the handsome and the ugly. For them, it is enough that he is a man. Shloka number 15 says, women become disloyal towards their husbands because of their passion for men, because of their changing temper, and because of their innate heartlessness. So, men should make an all-out effort to guard them. Shloka number 17 says, while creating women, Manu assigned to them the tendencies for sleeping and sitting, decorating themselves, impure desires, anger, dishonesty, malice, and bad conduct. Shloka number 18 asserts that the law is settled on why sacramental rites with mantra recitations are not performed for women, and it says it is a fixed rule that, being devoid of strength and knowledge of Vedic texts, women are as impure as falsehood itself. At the same time, Shloka number 28 recognizes the necessity of women in men's lives. It says, getting offspring, performing religious rites, highest conjugal happiness, and heavenly bliss for the ancestors and himself all depend on the wife alone. Manusmriti is also a little soft-hearted towards daughters. For example, Shloka number 89 says, a father should choose a groom of good nature for his daughter, and rather than being given to a man devoid of good qualities, it is better for the daughter to live in her father's house until death. Shloka number 90 also grants the girl the freedom to search for a bridegroom herself if she is not married off on time. Division of property. Now let us look at some rules related to division of property, which can happen only after the death of the father and the mother. Shloka number 144 and 145 say, the sons may divide the paternal estate among themselves in equal shares Or the eldest son may take the whole paternal estate, and others shall live under him just as they live under their father. What happens when a man has wives of different varnas? Shloka number 149 says, if a Brahmana had 4 wives in the direct order of the caste, the division should be done like this. The son of the Brahmana wife should take the servants, the seeding bull, the vehicle, the ornaments, and the house. This is apart from the part he gets in division. And how that division is done? Shloka number 153 says, the son of Brahmana wife shall take 4 shares, the son of Kshatriya wife 3, the son of the Vaishya shall have 2 parts, and the son of the Shudra may take 1 share. Now, what are the inheritance rules for the king? Shloka number 323 says, when the king feels his death is imminent, he shall bestow all his wealth accumulated in fines on Brahmanas, hand over his kingdom to his son, and seek his death in a battle. This chapter also provides the rules about the duties of Vaishyas and Shudras. For Vaishyas, about 6 slokas explain what kind of knowledge and skill sets they should possess to engage in agriculture and trade. For Shudras, 2 slokas explain how they should serve Brahmanas. Dear viewers, if you like this channel, will you consider supporting it by becoming a member on Patreon? The link is given in the description. In the next video, Chapter 10, Varna Sankara or intercaste unions and the castes of their offspring, caste-wise occupations. Chapter 11, how sins are committed. What are the penances to mitigate the impact of the sins? Chapter 12, the doctrine of karma and results of actions, the soul's journey through various births, and liberation. Share your opinion in the comment and wait for the next and final video. Thank you.